Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we're going to be talking about T5s. That's right, we've officially unlocked T5s, guys. Crazy, I know, we finally got there, we finally smashed it. So we're going to be talking about T5s because there's a lot to do with T5s. How do you heal them, how do you train them? So this video is going to be just all around healing T5s, how to do it, how expensive is it? Do you have to buy packs to do it? Can you do it for free? Because obviously T5s are a little bit different. A lot of rumors get spread around about different things when nobody truly knows. So as said, I only speak about topics when I've done it myself, I've achieved it myself, and we have it. So, and I can show you, because the thing is, the whole point is to show you how it works and what to do. So we have T5s. I can show you exactly what to do. I've never healed one before, but that's why we're going to do it today together. So then you can kind of know what to expect. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you my 2 pence, my opinion, in other words, on if you should go for T5s or what else you should do. Because I have a fantastic game plan for every single one of you on how to get stronger, to be better at fighting, as well as how to make use of your time moving forward, potentially instead of T5s, because T5s is very unrealistic for a lot of people. And maybe at the end of this I can kind of break down the cost of everything for you, just to give you a bit of a more of an open mind of kind of what you're looking to expect here. Okay, so let's get into it. As before, we made a video on the Potential Energy Research Center. Okay, so at the time, this did not make sense to me. When I made that video, I had no idea what this was. I was just looking at it going, it's brand new. I don't know what to do. It's very common. It's very common. I'm sure a lot of you who have potentially unlocked it, a lot of people still haven't. But the ones who have still probably don't fully understand it. And I feel like you never truly do until you've actually unlocked what it's for. And what this is for is actually training and healing T5 troops. So it's a whole different ball game. It's kind of like a whole different resource, but you can't just go and farm this one. This one is very, very limited, very, very hard to get. Okay, so as you can see here, the potential energy production speed is 24,200 per hour. And you're like, Connor, game on, whatever, the man, the myth, the legend. That sounds like quite a lot. Yeah, it does, until you do find out how much it actually costs to heal as well as to train. So we will get into that, and I will show you exactly how much it costs to train, how much it costs to heal. So we will get into that. We will break it all down. Okay, so if you click the I button here, as it says, the basic production speed is 4,400 per hour. Production speed boost, bonus plus 450%. Potential energy production will temporarily stop when uncollected potential energy reaches the limit. So you need to make sure that you're on every day and you're collecting this, because if you don't collect it, you're going to be losing it. And if I'm being honest with you guys, when it comes to how hard it is to get potential energy, you do not, and I mean it, you do not want to waste any of it. You need to ensure that you're collecting that as much as possible, because realistically, this itself will take days and days and days to actually secure enough potential energy for you to be able to train up troops, if I'm being honest. So if I do 24,200 times 24, so this would be a 24-hour, so every day this is what you would make. You'd make 508,800. So literally the energy capacity is what you'd make in a day. So you got to claim this like every 24 hours in theory, but I'd say do it before, because you never want it to stop. Because as soon as it stops, it's not ticking, you're not earning, you're not growing. Okay, so you can earn 580k in one day. We'll get into what it actually does get you and how far would 580k go. And I can assure you, it's not very good. It's not very good, unfortunately. So we're going to move over now. So I already have some troops in the hospital, okay? We did an oopsie on live stream, but if I'm being honest, it worked out perfect, because then I could do this video for yourself. Don't get me wrong, nobody really wants to have to spend extra money. But then again, that's the whole point of our channel, is for entertainment purposes and to educate you guys. So if we look onto troops here, so as you can see, we've unlocked T5. Let's go. So if we go for bikers, so for bikers, you can't actually upgrade these, right, with the button like you can on T3s. What you do is when you actually train T5s, it actually upgrades T4s. So it exchanges T4s and potential energy to then allow you to train T5s. So it's when you're going to be using up your T4s, and you're probably going to have to retrain them depending on how many you've got. I like to keep good stock, so I retrained mine. But in short, here it's going to cost sort of 31k, well, 31,250 troops, which is a good chunk. That's a good hell of a chunk. That's 3.12 million potential energy. And as we just worked out, guys, you can make just under 600k per day. So if I wanted to build this, if I wanted to set this up and just use that for free, it's not going to happen very fast, is it? You know, you're not going to have very many troops. You're probably going to be killing them before you even get to use them, you know, and retrain them. So they're great in some ways, but also very expensive in others, you know. And the only packs I think you can actually get lower tier packs. I think you can get the $5 packs for it now, for the potential energy. Hold on, I think we got some previously. Let me have a quick look. So, in the system, Reforging Legacy, no. Here we go, potential energy. So with 3,600 gold there, I would assume that was probably a $20 pack. So it looks like you can potentially buy cheaper packs for this, which is good. But you don't get the most. And I think rightly so, because it is T5s. You don't want everyone just absolutely dominating the game with it. So that's kind of the way it goes, in theory. So be careful. You know, don't rush to get T5s. Just sit there, keep collecting it. Just keep collecting it. Stack it up, because you're going to need it. Trust me. So let's go on to the hospital. So if let's get the T4s out of the way. Okay, let's get T4s out of the way. Hold on. Get them gone. So to do one biker, that would cost 40 potential energy. Okay. And then if you want to do a car, a heavy armor, whatever it's called, that would cost 40 as well. Okay, so it seems to be the similar amount. So if we was to do all of it, and this is where it gets expensive, right? It would cost 11.7 million potential energy. As we just said, one day you're getting less than 600k. You think about how many days you're going to have to do that just to train up this amount. So if you're actively fighting, you're in city versus city, how are you going to do it? You might not be able to, you know. It's just kind of one of them things. Well, actually saying that, I'm hoping in city versus city you can just do it with speed ups. I'm hoping you don't need the potential energy. If you do, we might be a bit screwed. But if not, yeah, we'll hope for the best. And I'll find out for you guys, you know, tomorrow. And I'll let you know on the next live stream. So as you can see, for a $100 pack here, I think we worked out you get kind of like 15 to 20k or something like that. I didn't go into full details, but you can work it out and you've comment down below. That'd be great. I appreciate you. So you don't get loads. So realistically, to kind of heal these troops, it's almost $100. $100, and look how expensive it is. And that 109 million diamonds, 219 million metal, 219 million arms, 219 million cash. And if I'm being honest with you guys, that is a lot. That is a huge amount of resources. And a lot of players on the actual game, you know, realistically probably couldn't afford that. And the fact of is, you know, you've had to spend a lot to get to your T5s itself, unlocking them. You do gain a bit of resources, so obviously we bought that many packs, we did gain it. But if you wasn't actually getting the packs straight away, like kind of we was at that time, you know, a huge amount, over $150 packs or something like that, you wouldn't have the backlog of, you know, resources. And over time, give it 6 months, give it a month, 2 months, depending how much you fight, you're going to run out of resources rapidly. So you're going to need to start utilizing these to the best of your ability. You're going to have to go very scarce with them, unless you know you're going to kind of win that fight. You know, you got to pick your battles. You really do. So if we clicked use, so instead of actually using 11 million of potential energy, it's going to use 11.7 million vitality shots. So vitality shots, so for $100 you get all of this. And I believe we did work this one out as well. I think this is more accurate, 20 million. So for $100 you get 20 million. So this one here, that's 10 mil, that's 6 mil, that's 2 mil. Don't know what that one is. So that'd be 100 for 2. So I've no idea. So 19, 20 mil, I believe. 19, 20 mil. So for 12 million, that's almost $100. That's like $75 just to heal up that one mistake, in theory. That one mistake of an attack. Wow. And that's probably not counting for any ones which, probably potentially died, because then you've got to kind of rebuild them all up. So, yeah, it's going to be very crazy. But I tell you what, the one good thing is, guys, so when you use the vitality shot, I don't know if you noticed this, guys, but if you look at the resources at the bottom, it disappeared. So you don't actually have to pay in resources or speed ups if you use vitality shots. So that there, guys, is the key of T5s. If you don't have vitality shots, you're going to go broke on resources, you're going to go broke on speed ups, yeah? And you won't be able to build up any more troops, because if you're using all your potential energy, you won't be able to build up the troops, yeah? You want to save your potential energy for training troops. Don't use it for healing. Because you use it for healing, you're going to have nothing left. Yeah? You're not going to be able to keep growing. So vitality shots seem extremely, extremely valuable for what they are. And I know that sounds silly, but I genuinely believe this is probably the best case scenario. I think fair play to the Grand Mafia. It does make sense. Vitality shots are probably extremely useful for T5s. And I know they're expensive, and I know it's a $100 pack, and you can only buy 10 of them a week. They limit you on it. How crazy is that? However, what I will say is, it seems like it's the only option. It makes sense. It helps, because the big players on the game, only the big players will have T5s. It's true. There's no flex in there. There's no ego in there. It's just genuinely the truth. Only top 1% will probably have T5s for the next 5 years. 3 years, 2 years before the game makes it easier and more accessible to everybody. But the thing is, at some point, they're probably going to have to remove this, because no free players are going to put in $100 to get this. And they're not going to have enough potential energy to heal up, and it would just be a very much downward spiral. So, grand scheme of things, to heal up, you want the vitality shots. It's the only way to do it effectively, efficiently, and kind of cost effective. I know it doesn't sound about right, but it really is, because almost $1 billion worth of resources there. Whew, you can't afford that every time. That is worth a hell of a lot more than the $100 for one of them packs. I'm telling you, it really is. Because to get that much resources takes days, months, weeks, a long time, and a lot of money if you want to do it, money-wise. So that there, I'd say is perfect. Great way to heal up. So we've healed back up now. We're just under 500k of each resource again, troop again, which is awesome. Also, guys, just quickly, I don't want the video to go too long. However, I do not recommend for 99.9% of the players right now to go for T5s. Don't do it. Please don't do it. It's not worth it. What I want you to do instead is go and build your buildings, upgrade them all to star 10. Genuinely, it might seem a bit silly, but you're going to be better off going for star 10 buildings than you are for coalition. For T5s, money spender for coalition, money spender for T5s, but it's not going to help you if you can't seal the deal and get all the way down. So T5 troops will make a huge difference for you. It'll help your statistics a lot. Trust me. Just do the research yourself, have a look yourself. It's going to make a world of a difference. Just like if you start 10 your hospital, you get an extra 40k troops on top of your 40k what you get for a 25. So each hospital is 80k troops. I don't have to have very many hospitals. I can now have a lot more diamond labs so I can train faster. And level 10 diamond labs, you get an extra 10% training speed. Just saying, there's a lot of benefits. I recommend going for star 10 mansion instead of going for T5s. More cost effective and more beneficial, probably realistically for you in the short term. Wait until it gets easier on the game. They'll always make it easier at some point. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and goodbye.